Hello guys, welcome back. This is now issue 2 of Build the Classic Routemaster. So welcome back. If you are watching, you must have liked the first video, so thank you. This is a new build to me, as I said in the last issue, so really looking forward to it. This is the second issue. This is the only two I had. My first delivery was actually issue 1 and 2, so that is it now until next month, when I'll have 3, 4, 5 and 6. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what's involved. So this is the magazine. It's all sealed in this packet. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And here we go. We've got all these parts, lots more. So I think this is going to be a fairly long build. A lot of detailed parts. So yeah, as I said in the last issue, I'm not going to go over all the extras in the magazine because that'll be for you to read if you want to, but I shall read this later on. So I'm just going to concentrate on the build, and we're going to be assembling the offside and near side headlight assembly. So as normal, I'll check the parts off. And I'll just open this. Where's my knife? There we go. Okie doke, so come on, it doesn't want to play. There we go. So in this issue we get 2A, which is the offside headlamp panel, and that's really, I'm really happy with that. There's no damage, everything's as it should be. So there we go, that's the offside headlamp panel. We've got two headlamp lenses, which are these parts here, and I don't know if you can see on camera, there's actually detail there on the plastic, so that is an amazing touch. Okay, then we've got the headlamp inner rims, which are these two silver parts here. We've got the near side headlamp reflector, which is this part here. There's two, and they're different. So this one has got the screws on the side view there, the screw holes. Okay, and then we've got the offside headlamp reflector, and where this one differs is the tabs are in a slightly different place and the holes are on the top facing down. One there and there's one there, so they are completely different. We've got the headlamp outer rims, These are plastic. All this is plastic, apart from the headlamp panel at the moment. All this is plastic. We've got the front near side wing. There we go, and again that is metal. And I'll just put that there for a little. That's alive. I have to just put that down like that for the moment. What else we got? 2G. We've got the offside grill washer. So there's one there. We've got the wing protector trim. Which are these parts here. And they are like they are metal or tin or something. They're so they're very fragile, so we need to be careful with those. Don't want to bend those. And then we've also got the there's two lots of trim. 2J is the near side grill, which is this part here, and it's got a bend on one of those screw tabs there. It's got a 45-degree angle on that, maybe just under 35, 40. And then 2K is the other, is the offside grill. And this has got flat tabs on it with what looks like a keyway in there. And then we've got a load of screws. Oh, I like these as well. So we get some AM screws, which we had in the previous issue. Some new ones, which are DM, and they've been painted a lovely red colour. So that's DM. Now it'd be interesting to see if all the DMs are red or whether there's going to be a different variation of DMs. I assume there's going to be some DMs that may be black in colour, I don't know, we'll see. In which case I'm going to have to leave an extra gap in my pill pot for the two different colours. So if you could let me know in the comments below if there are such thing as a black DM screw, that'd be most helpful. And we've also got some CM screws here. Okay, so the AM screws, as I said last time, are 3mm. The CM are 4mm, and these DMs are also 3mm. So yes, without further ado, let's turn the page and we'll crack on with step 1. So what it wants us to do is take the offside headlamp panel, which is this part here, and it wants us to grab one of the outer rims, this is 2F, and position the rim in the recess on the outside of the panel, locating the pegs on the rim in the sockets as indicated. So you've got 3 holes there, and then obviously you've got 3 locating pins on this panel here, on this trim. So we're just going to carefully pop that in. And that fits nicely. It doesn't require glue or anything. It's just a push fit, and it's very tight. There we go. And I think that's perfect. So we should have something that looks like that. Okay. Step 2. we're going to take one of the it says one of the headlamp lenses, so I'm just going to check these. I'm going to assume these are both identical. Just put some light on. Yeah, they are both identical, so the magazine is correct in saying just grab one of them. So we're going to take this and pop this in. Now, it will only go in one way. So you've got two larger slots. You've got one there and one there, and they will fit over this between either side of those screws there, the screw holes. And then you've got like a little locating pin. I don't think you can see that on camera, just there, where this very, very small opening is. And I think that light's making things worse. Yeah, you see there's a little opening there. That is going to fit nicely in that locating pin. So then we should have something that looks like that. That'll be a flush fit. Okay, fit the inner rim into the headlamp socket. We've done that. Okay, and I've actually missed a step, which was before you insert this. I don't think it matters. You need to put one of the headlights lenses in. Okay, then put that into there, and then because of the design on the headlamps, it's difficult to see, but you want to try and get the pattern like so, and you won't see it on camera, but there's some faint horizontal lines. You want to make sure they're lined up. Okay, and then when that's installed, we're going to then grab, this is step 3 now, so we're going to take this headlamp reflector 2E, and then we're going to fit that in. Like so, and then line up that will only go in one way. You want the one with the flat with the screws facing the top, the screw holes, like this one here, and then those tabs there are going to sit at about 20 past 11 on a clock. Okay, and then we're going to get an AM screw, which I have here. I'm just going to get one of my pots. And then secure that into place at the top there. Fairly tight, and then we're going to put another AM in the other one. Lovely. And then we should have something that looks like that. It's amazing. So yeah, the next thing we're going to do, this is step 4. We're going to take the offside grill, which is this part here with the flat tabs. That is going to fit on that kit. There's a don't know if you can see that. There's like a, it looks like a key, and there's obviously a key weight on there. So that is only going to fit on one way. So if you can just about see that there. And then we're going to take this plastic bush, and that has got an incision in there. Let me see if I can show you see that gap there. That will fit nicely over there, and that will only go in one way. And be careful because it's there we go. We should have something that looks like that. So that will only fit on there one way. So, and then what we're going to do is going to fit that with another 8mm screw. So if you can't see very well, I'm just going to get this lined up. Lovely. There we go. Okay, so that was step 4. Now step 5, we're going to be working on the other side, and then we're going to fit the outer rim. So again, this red ring here, it's got 3 locating pins, and there's 3 holes in the front of the headlight there. This is only a push fit, so line them up. No glue required. And then we should have something that looks like that. Okay, and then step 5A. That was step 5. This is step 5A. Again, we're going to take one of the inner rims, and then we're going to pop the headlight in. And then we're going to, again, the small incision on there, we're going to line up with the locating pin, which is actually just, sorry, my finger's going everywhere, just at the top there, you can see that. So again, we're going to place that in, and then make sure the headlamp, the detail on the headlamp is correct. Okay. And then once you've done that, we're going to pop this. This is step 5B. You'll notice that there is a locating tab just there, and there's also one down there, but you want to take this one closer to this arm here and pop that in. Like so. And then we're going to use 2 cm screws for these. To secure that in from underneath there. So I'm just going to grab my CM screws out, and I haven't got these in my box yet, so I'm going to put the CM sticker next to the BM. And then use my pot. I'm just going to put the AMs away because we don't finish with those for the moment. And then yes, from underneath, just put that screw through. Well, that screw didn't actually screw in, it just fell in, and now it's tightened slightly. So I'm thinking I may have had a slight issue with the hole on that. I'm definitely using the right screws. Yeah, definitely using the right screws, CM. So I'm going to try the other hole, see how that works. But I'm not concerned because that is holding very well. It's not loose. Yeah, and the other side's going in fine, so I'm happy with that. That isn't going anywhere. So yeah, 2 CM screws. Obviously this one on mine just fell in the hole. It didn't actually it didn't actually screw in. It did at the last bit. And then this one went in perfectly. But with that complete, we should have something that looks like that. The next step is 5C, and then we're going to need the near side grill, and this is the one with the angle on one of the tabs. And all we're going to do is place that in there like so. The tab that's sticking up is going to sit flush against there, the back there where that screw hole is, and then also it's difficult to show until this is done, but this tab here will sit flush over that screw hole just there. Okay, and then for that we need an AM screw. So let me just move it down, there we go. Lovely. Going to make sure it's nice and tight, which it is. Now that is sticking up a bit, but that's not going to matter because when we actually come to screw this part in here, that will fit flush. But then we should have something It looks a bit like that. Okay, so next it's step 6, and I'll read this out. It says, using a craft knife and working on a suitable surface, i.e. a cutting mat or kitchen chopping board, remove the first wing protector strip from the fret. So we've actually got 5 strips on there in total. So we need to be careful not to bend it and position it over the protector strip. Position the protector strip along the outer edge of the near side front wing. So the holes are aligned, and then the slip side of the trim is uppermost. So you'll notice that one side is completely flat and smooth, and the other side has got ridged bits on, which is obviously what it's referring to when it says the non-slip side, because obviously when you see a non-slip surface it's normally rough. So basically we need to take the top strip off. As you're looking at it, you'll see that one side is sloping down slightly, the sort of curved slightly. You want the curve this way up, and then we'll be working from the top, and then we'll be working down one by one. Now the first one will go along the edge, and you'll see that there's four screws, your first 4 screw holes. So effectively it's going to go on like that in order. Okay, so I'm going to take my knife and carefully cut the top one out. There we go, like so. God, these are my new, aren't they? I'm going to get my screw pot and put some DM screws in here, because we're going to need these. And I've got 1 quart. There we go. So obviously the top one will go on the outer edge here, and then we're going to carefully line that up, make sure the screw holes line up, which they do, and then taking care not to bend them, try and get a screw in. Now I'm actually going to put a screw in the second hole in to start with, because I've got better grip. So that is 1 in loosely. Okay, and then I'm going to then put the one in on the very edge, which I couldn't get to start with. Okay, and that screw again just fell in the hole. It didn't actually screw in. So I'm going to see if I can remove this screw and it doesn't want to be removed. So if I can gently pick that up, no, that's not coming out. So that is just literally pushed in, that screw. I had to put no force on it at all. So that's 2 screws on this part now that have done that. Let's just see what other ones are. It's not too much of a bother because what I can actually do, I'll see how this goes. If there's any more, I may well just order a replacement issue 2. If not, if it's just that one, on the underside there is the rear of the holes where the screws go in. I could just possibly put a touch of super glue just in there, just to hold that screw from the other side. But we'll see what happens. So that one's gone in perfectly fine. And then this is the 4th screw for that first strip. And there we have it. Some brilliant detail. So now all we have to do is repeat that step. So we need to take off the next strip, and then that will go directly underneath that one, and we're going to do that 4 more times. Obviously I won't keep you keep it rolling at normal speed. I will probably speed this up because you don't want this video will be like an hour long otherwise. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the next strip off. So that was part 6, and as you can see they have gone on lovely. Now you don't need to tighten these screws at all. Most of it, I had about 4 that just fell in the hole, but it did sort of tighten towards the end, but it's not rattling and nothing's coming loose, so I think I'll be alright because it's only, you know, it's only going to be on display, so but everything's in as it should. So yeah, we're going to move on now to step 7, and what we're going to need to do is grab the front radiator grille that we did in issue 1, and then we want the offside headlamp panel, and we're going to attach that with 4 screws. As you see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is just going to pop on there with the number plate at the bottom. That will fit in there it's not going to fit any other way anyway. And then we're gonna, so you're gonna do that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna put 4 cm screws in there. So with this first one, obviously we've got the bit of grill that we put on, so you need to try and get the screw through that. And I'm struggling. So I don't know if you can see that, it doesn't quite line up the hole. So I'm just going to try and there we go, I've got that through now. So that's the first screw in. That was a bit tougher for me because I say that didn't quite line up, but I just had to give it a bit of jiggery pokery, and then that actually went in, so that's fine. And then we're just going to follow it round. I'm going to do one of the top ones first, just to keep this more stable. Lovely. And then I'm just going to put the last 2 in now. I'm just going to have to run my knife now in that hole, just because there's bits of paint. There we go. Lovely. And then the last one, that took a bit of time as well, sorry about that. It's just been a bit awkward to get in because of the paint. Like, obviously when they've painted it, it's clogged some of the holes. I'm just going to try a different screwdriver as well, because I'm not getting much grip. There we have it. So that is that part on now. And then we're going to do the same for the other side, except we're going to just use two holes there to fix them all together. So what I've just done is put the screw through from the other side, because again there was a little bit of paint in the way of that hole, so that's just cleared that through. So I've just put that in some of the way, and then I'm going to try and get this last one in while I've still got a little bit of movement on that. Okay, now I'm just going to grab my other screwdrivers because I'm not actually getting on with that one. It seems to be just wrecking the head. So I'm going to try one of my new ones. That's too small. much good either. There we go, I'm happy with that. So, when that's done, we have something that looks like that. So that was it for issue 2. Sorry it was quite a long one. I had a few issues with some screws there. So I'm unsure on what I'm going to do about it at the moment. I'm going to have a closer look. I think it's all okay. Everything seems to be where it needs to be. And it's not wobbling, but it's these screws up here. As I was doing this on fast play, there's got to be about 8 screws that didn't actually really tighten. They just fell in the holes, if you see what I mean. And they're just spinning. So I can, I might just wait until a few future builds, and my thinking is just these screw holes up here, the other side. I might just dab like a spot of super glue in each hole just to glue the screw from the other side. I'm thinking that might be the best option, but we'll see. But no, nevertheless, it was enjoyable apart from that. And yeah, I'll see you for issue 3. Probably be about another 4 weeks, to be honest. So in the meantime, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks so much. I'm also building the R2-D2 and the Delorean models, so if you haven't seen them, check them out. They're on my channel. But yeah, until next time, take care.